Welcome. I'm Jessica Lonnie Rich, host of Inspire You and Me. It's an inspirational show where we talk to people who are making a difference. On this episode, we have the founder of Acts of Aloha, Charlie Teixeira, an inspiring business owner who's a familiar face on TV, Battery Bill, and TV host and actress, Darah Dung. And be sure to stay tuned for the Animal Lovers clip. We'll have all that and more, and we'll be back right after this.
5914-777. Shoot-a-doo-wah. Who's got the best deals in Vegas around? Who's got the good job? Shoot-a-doo. Call 5914-777 today. Vacations Hawaii. Vacations Hawaii. Vacations Hawaii. Good luck, we go play. 5914-777 today. Good luck, we go play.
I have learned throughout my life to take the advice of some people. Well, several of the people that I know have come up to me and said, Jessica, you've got to have this woman on your show. And as a result of that, she's here today. Please welcome the founder of Acts of Aloha, Charlie Teixeira. Welcome, Charlie.
Thank you so much for having me. I was really, really excited. We left Waialua where we live and work, and I was just really excited driving down here to see you and be on the show.
Thank you. You're the founder of Acts of Aloha. Explain to us what that is.
In 2016, so a good, 5 years now, we have a lifestyle brand. Lifestyle being shirts and hats. We do the embroidery work for this apparel work out of our living room. So we live and work in Waialua, in the country where there's like roosters outside. And in our living room, we don't have a living room, it's all these embroidery machines. Wow. So that's our brand. And the reason why our brand is called Route 99 Hawaii, many locals, probably everyone in this studio included, doesn't really know what Route 99 is. No one identifies highways like Route 99, but It's Kamehameha Highway as it takes you up to the North Shore. So as you're going by like Dole Plantation, you smell the pineapple crescending down, that's Route 99. The impetus for our mission to share aloha worldwide comes from our own experiences as we came up to the North Shore. So that aloha, that kindness that was given to us, we want to pay it forward. I had the idea to collect nominations from the community to, like, Jessica, you would nominate someone for someone else who shared aloha on a daily basis. So I would say, who's the first person that comes to your mind? You look around, it could be a friend or a family member or just a business owner who shares aloha on a daily basis. So my goal was to get 99 of these and collect these nominations, and I would go around and deliver awards that said, you are Acts of Aloha award winner, and we would give them a hat.
Wow.
So the campaign started out just with family and friends nominating, and it kind of quickly grew from there. People, like strangers, were nominating people. So I had scheduled 4 deliveries. The first one took me to Laie. A woman was nominated for sharing Acts of Aloha because she, in her garage, she collected all this produce that was about to be thrown away, like fresh fruits and vegetables, and then she would sell it for like just wholesale price to all of her neighbors. And so she was nominated for this Act of Aloha. And I remember driving up to her house in Laie and meeting her, and she had 4 kids in tow, all these fruits and vegetables around her, and she was like deeply touched that someone would even recognize her.
Wow.
And the feeling that I got actually was like, oh, I know this is something bigger, like bigger than myself,
Sure.
Yeah.
You were pulled into something that touched your heart, and in the process, you touched many other people as well. And where are you now? You're doing a video series, you're giving out awards. How many awards have you given out so far?
The awards, we did give out 99, and we have some videos in the works. And this kind of third round is a little bit different because I've been focusing on this last couple 18 months where we've all just gone through different things with the pandemic.
Of course.
And so the videos now I'm collecting are personal stories of thanking someone else for sharing you kindness.
And in addition to kindness, what I'm also seeing is acts of gratitude.
Yes.
You are going out there with acts of gratitude, thanking people who are doing this not to be thanked, but they're doing acts of aloha or acts of kindness as well, because it's who they are.
Yeah.
And I think that's absolutely beautiful. The name of our show is Inspire You and Me. Charlie, what inspires you?
It's the people that are sending in the videos that we're talking to. Seriously, it's hearing people who are sharing aloha, kindness, and it inspires me. I mean, just this week, I sent out a couple of text messages and calls and followed up on people that I might follow up with, but it inspires me more on a daily basis to do something small.
And every one small act of kindness can change a person's life, can change their attitude, can change their day. Thank you so much, Charlie, for being a guest on Inspire You and Me. I wish you all the best as being the founder of Acts of Aloha. God bless you.
God bless you.
The law firm of Cronin Freed is proud to sponsor Inspire You and Me, a show about people in our community who are making a difference. I'm Rick Freed, and our law firm of 16 attorneys handles major injury cases, choosing to devote our considerable talent and staff to those injured people and victims for whom we can make a great difference. We hope that you will be inspired to follow your dreams and find your purpose.
At Doctors of Waikiki, we're passionate about providing expert urgent care to Hawaii's residents and visitors.
We offer a smart and convenient alternative to your local ER. Our average wait time is less than 15 minutes.
Open 7 days a week with an in-house x-ray, pharmacy dispensary, and extensive laboratory capabilities, plus free Waikiki transportation and a multilingual staff.
So, be treated, not seated.
Call Doctors of Waikiki today.
We are very excited to have a familiar face that you've seen on TV. He is a television icon, the one and only Battery Bill. Welcome, Battery Bill.
Hi, Jessica. Thank you for having me on your show. I'm so excited.
Battery Bill, so many people know your name. You've been around for a long time. Whenever people think about batteries, they think about Battery Bill. How did you get started?
There was a company called Servco Pacific. That's who I was working for. My customer was Battery Exchange, and they were going out of business, and they called me over to look at their company and says, well, maybe Servco might want to buy you. So I went over there and I looked at the company, and it was making money, and so I brought that back to Servco and said, hey, would you buy the business? And guess what? They said no. So what happened is I ended up buying that business.
Wow.
Just because I worked for Servco.
How long have you been in business?
Okay, so I've been in business 31 years.
Wow.
Okay.
And there was a year, I believe it was in 2001, where you had an adversity to overcome. Can you share that with us?
We had a very successful company at the turn of the century. In fact, I think I'd call myself an entrepreneur. We had a internet service. We were an internet service provider. We used to buy dial-up for like $9 and sell it for $10. Hopefully, you get 1 million customers for $1 a month. We also did templated websites. So we did almost free development. We made templates. We made websites for people. We also had some other businesses. One of the businesses that I did have had a partner, and he basically stole all my money.
Oh no.
And so that led to me going out of business.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And so, it was really interesting because when you go out of business, you lose everything, and you lose. Yeah, I even lost my home.
Wow.
And so,
Bill.
yeah, it was really sad.
That's, I've been told that when that happens, it's almost like a death. The loss, the loss of your business, the loss of your home.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
It is very sad. But, okay, it happened. Okay, so you don't look back, you look forward, you see what you can do.
Yeah.
So after all that happened, back in 2002, I did start the company again. So I because we were bankrupt, you don't have any money. So I borrowed $3,500 from a friend. And
Good friend, by the way.
I know, but he knew he was going to get his money back.
Of course, okay.
So I borrowed $3,500 from him, and then I started a company called Battery Bills. And then, it's almost, what is that guy? He says, and that's the rest of the story. It just evolved and it grew from there to what it is today.
Bill, you just shared with us that you went bankrupt. And that's a sad note for anyone. It's a hardship. How did you mentally get yourself through that and pick yourself up to be where you are today?
There was no mental thought. There really, really wasn't. It was, wow. No one's ever asked me that question. There was no mental thought. There was no thinking, no remorse, anything. It was just, what am I going to do next? And it was just methodical. I got to go to DCCA. I got to register the business. I've got to borrow $3,500 to figure out what I'm going to do. Talk to the vendors, make sure I get some inventory. Opened up my doors. One customer came in, another customer came in, and it just happened. There was no remorse, really. It was just, you pick up and you think, what you got to do next, and then never had time to think about it. It's weird, but maybe I'm not like everybody else, but there was never a sad feeling, and there was never a doubt in my mind that I would recover also.
What kind of advice can you give to entrepreneurs right now, Bill, who are starting a business, looking at you? You started from the ground up with $3,500 to where you are today.
If I were to describe what the keys were, when I was a little boy, my mom taught me, or my father taught me, the golden rule. I guess it's like do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Mm-hmm. And I think I just followed that. So you treat every customer that way. That's the first thing, right? And then after that, you just listen to your customers because they tell you what they want, and you just do what they want. And then you just, for some reason, the other thing too is, as you're listening, you don't think about selling them anything. You're just thinking about helping them.
Wow.
And as you help them, it just so happens that at the end of the conversation, they give you this green thing called money. And then you put that in the drawer, and then you go to the bank, and then it just keeps growing. And that's how our business grew. It's no science. It's just trying to be the good guy or the nice guy, and the customer is responding and helping you.
So your secret to success is to help other people, to listen to the customer, and then...
It just so happens that, yes, they pay you the money for it. That's not, the reason to go into the business is not to make the money. It's to help first. And it just so happens that later on you're able to survive on some kind of income.
Wow, that's a great success story, a great advice. Who gave you the name Battery Bill?
Again, see, remember I told you that people do it. Everywhere I went, people started calling me Battery Bill. And what happens, that became my name.
The name of our show, Bill, is Inspire You and Me. As an icon, Battery Bill, what inspires you?
See, again, it doesn't have anything to do with anything. Actually, what inspires me, I watch these little kids. And these little kids, they're 4 or 5 years old, they run around the place and they just touch this and touch that, and they do whatever they want to say, and they're just so free. So I'm going to say they inspire me, and I always tell myself, when I grow up, I want to be that kid again.
You do have this youthful energy about you. And you told me earlier that you work 7 days a week.
Yeah, but I told you it's not work. When I go to, 7 days go by, but it seems like it's play all the time.
How do you transfer that to your employees? Do they have to work 7 days a week too?
No, my employees only have to work 6 days a week. Actually, they only work 5 days a week.
Okay.
We have them in shifts, so it looks like they're working 6. And we really don't train the employees. I try to lead by example, and I'm dreaming when I say this. But I think they have the same mentality as I do. They all care about the customers. And I think all of our customers pretty much tell me that we have the greatest staff as far as customer service goes.
Battery Bill, thank you so much for being a guest on Inspire You and Me. It was just wonderful having you here with us.
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Battery Bill, providing power when and where you need it. It's a new dawn. We provide portable power, solar generators, and power stations. We harness the sun. Goal Zero keeps your gear charged and ready. A safe, reliable backup. Jackery, when active lifestyles require outdoor power solutions. Power for whatever you do, wherever you go. Light years ahead, keeping Hawaii charged up and using the force. Battery Bill.
We are very excited and honored to have as our special guest on the show. She is a television host and an actress and much, much more. Please welcome Darah Dung. Welcome, Darah.
Thank you so much for having me and for having Shiloh.
Oh, Shiloh.
We're
Yes,
very...
tell us about Shiloh.
So we adopted Shiloh actually and her brother Gage about 12 years ago now at an event called the Celebrities and Their Pets Fashion Show, where it's not the celebrities that are showcased, it's actually the animals. And what they do is we have local shelters and organizations who look for forever homes for these dogs. So she and her brother, actually there was a litter of 8 of them, were all trying to find forever homes. And I mean, look at her, how can you not fall in love? And
I know, I'm in love already.
So we found one, and then we're like, it's easier with 2, so we took 2 home and became foster fails. So 12 years later, they're adopted and they're ours.
Darah, you for a while have been the television host of a very popular show called The Pet Huey. Tell us about your show. I'm a big fan of it, by the way. Love dogs,
you.
love animal cats.
Say thank you for watching, Auntie. She's my co-host. But yeah, the show has been around for nearly 15 years. I've hosted it for almost 5 now. And my sister Demby was the host for majority of it, and she got busy, so I've been hosting it now and taking it over. But what it does is so many great things. In addition to educating the public about pet care, it also highlights the local resources that you can take care of your pets with, whether it be grooming or exercising your dog or just anything. We always love to support local businesses and adoption, of course. We have a number of different segments that also focus on missing pets. So we have a Pet Detective Alpha Dog segment, and we've reunited hundreds, probably thousands of pets over the years. And we've recently paired with Crime Stoppers Honolulu to help teach people about pet laws, because they can't speak up for themselves. So it's always good to know what the laws are and how to protect our babies.
What is it that you love about hosting the show?
I love that it's a show that really does give back. I'm so honored and privileged to be a part of a show that it's been around for so long, so people must love it, and it not just entertains, but it also helps. And so for me, that's so rewarding just to hear that people, they'll come up and say, oh, because you posted my missing dog, I was able to be reunited with it, or I watched and I saw a dog for a specific animal shelter, and I went down and I adopted it, and now my life has changed. So these are stories that just come out of something that could just be a show, but it's not. And it really, I hope that it does change lives.
Oh, that is fantastic. Now, before we talk more about the show, let's talk about you. You have won a number of pageants, and that takes a lot of work. Share with us about that.
So I was Miss Chinatown, Hawaii, and won the national in San Francisco, Miss Chinatown, USA. And then when I came back a couple years later, I discovered that I wanted to do Narcissus because my sister Dana, that was kind of like the pinnacle pageant. She always encouraged us to do it and to be a part of it. And she, by the way, is the one who got us involved in pageantry. So yeah, I did that. I had a wonderful experience. I got to go to China. I got to actually see the original home of my great-great-grandmother. And it's amazing that the organization even found that home. But yeah, what a life-changing experience the entire process was.
You're also a volunteer for Ronald McDonald House Charities and other pet organizations. Share with us about that. What is your role?
So Ronald McDonald House Organizations basically houses families who have a child who's going through medical care and they need housing on Oahu. And really, they ask for nothing in return. They're such a selfless organization. They've been around for years, and to alleviate that stress from families is it's priceless. You just can't put a price on that. So every year at their Christmas parties, I take 1 or 2 of my fur babies, and I take my family to their family and hope that it's therapeutic and a way for them, that's a gift to them to just kind of be able to relax and play with dogs, because a lot of them are away from their pets at home. So yeah, I think that they love seeing our fur babies.
And because there are so many charities, is that the reason or other reasons why you selected those 2 charities?
Well, so I'm one of the founding board member of a group called Echelon. So it's actually a nationwide organization. It's been around for many years, but I was invited to be part of the Hawaii chapter about 5 years ago. And what we do is we help to support and serve the Salvation Army, and we encourage young people, young professionals and leaders to get involved and give back. And I feel it was just kind of inbred in me to volunteer. So it's good to spread the word for, people of our generation to also get involved in it. And we do things like backpack, school supply drives and donations. We feed the homeless. We did a CEO sleep out where we invited CEOs from companies around the island to actually sleep in the state capitol on cardboard.
I remember seeing that on
yes,
the news.
And we got donations from grocery stores to donate like bread and groceries. So basically we had these CEOs make sandwiches and pack brown bags, walk through the streets of Honolulu and distribute them to homeless just to bring awareness to it. And then at the end of the night, they sleep in the state capitol. And hopefully, that brings awareness to make people want to give. So overnight, I think we raised over $50,000 just in that awareness initiative. So yeah, Echelon is a great organization that just really supports young people getting involved in volunteerism.
That really is. You know what? You are involved in so many things. And in addition to you being a host and into your charitable organization, you're also an actress. You've been on Hawaii Five-0, Netflix movies. Wow, what was that like?
It was amazing. So the most recent project I worked on was an Adam Sandler production with David Spade. And so yes, it is on Netflix. It was #1 for I think like the first maybe 3 weeks that it was out. It's called The Wrong Missy, and I played The Wrong Missy.
Okay.
So I played a hotel worker there, but it's so amazing just to be around actors. I think that they're such focused, dedicated people that you just kind of feed off of that. So yeah, I love that aspect of acting and just, everything about it.
Darah, what kind of advice can you give to inspire young people who want to be like you?
Oh, well, I don't know if I'm at the point where, I'm that role model, but I feel like when I started, I would just say yes to organizations that I would believe in. So when people would approach me to get involved, I would pick and choose the ones that I felt I could be a positive role model to. And so I guess my advice is just go out there and do it. Get involved, meet people, network. It's so important to be a contributing member to our communities.
Darah, if people want to see your show, where are you?
Oh, they can visit us on Spectrum OC16. We have new episodes on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. and it plays all throughout the week, so they can catch us on different times.
Darah, the name of our show is Inspire You and Me. What inspires you?
Well, first and foremost, my family, of course. I mean, they've been there with me from the beginning. They've given me strength and that support and encouragement to confirm that what I'm doing is the path that I should be going in. And then, of course, my animals. I feel like, we always try to strive to be the person that our animals see us as. When they look at us, they're like, you're my best friend, my hero, my everything, and I just want to spend time with you. So they inspire me to prioritize the things that are truly important, the time with your loved ones, food, nap time, cuddle time. So yeah, a lot of these things, and a lot of the people that I work with through these organizations, they're amazingly inspirational themselves. And when I see others giving, it inspires me to continue to give, and it's kind of an affirmation that what I'm doing is the right thing.
Oh, Darah, thank you so much for being a guest on Inspire You and Me, and thank you for bringing Shiloh. Look at how cute she is.
She found her comfort.
It's been wonderful having you as a guest on Inspire You and Me.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. Say thank you, Shiloh. She says thank you.
NIU Health is reinventing urgent care in Hawaii with 24/7 same-day telehealth and in-person appointments. Get peace of mind with 1 year of unlimited visits for $96. That's less than $10 a month. And the price is the same with or without insurance. Learn how we keep costs low and how NIU can work for you. NIU Health, urgent care, and more.
We hope that you've enjoyed this episode of Inspire You and Me. I'm going to leave you with a rich thought for the day. Do you know anyone who has an inspiring story? Or do you have an inspiring story to tell? We'd like you to join us and come to our website at inspireyouandme.tv. We'd love to hear from you. Until we meet again, I'm Jessica Lonnie Rich. Take care.
My, it's a beautiful world. I like surfing Waikiki. I like to paddle out beyond the white breakers, where a man can still be free, or a woman if you are one. Yes, I do like surfing Waikiki. My, it's a beautiful world. My, it's a beautiful world. Oh, my, it's a beautiful world. My, it's a beautiful world.
The hardest thing in life is letting go of a loved one. Finding the right provider can be essential in your time of need. Celebrate your loved one with Ballard Family Mortuaries. We offer a full range of cremation and burial services on Oahu, Maui, Hilo, and Kona with professional guidance and specialized attention you can trust at the most affordable cost. Call us today for a free consultation on funeral service options available to you and your family. Ballard Family Mortuary Group, serving Hawaii since 1997.